Hey everybody, good day to you. We're getting ready to cook dinner here in wonderful Tucson, Arizona. And I already gave you a heads up as to what it's going to be. It is called Caprese or Caprese Chicken. Sounds Italian to me. I am from an Italian background. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to be using, and then I will do a little bit of prep work and we'll get started. Okay, so for this recipe, of course, we're going to need chicken. The recipe does not call for bacon, but I had some leftover bacon from breakfast this morning, so I'm going to crumble that up because, hey, you can't go wrong with bacon. Fresh basil, sliced mozzarella cheese, some balsamic vinegar. I'm not a big balsamic vinegar, but in this recipe it works. Some garlic. The recipe also does not call for mushrooms, but the last time I made this, which I think was in Los Angeles, I said, I'm going to try this with some mushrooms. So I'm going to give it a try and throw a few little mushrooms into the dish. Salt and pepper, olive oil, and these little tiny grape tomatoes. So about all the prep that I've got to do is to slice these tomatoes in half. And then the recipe calls for a pint. I always get 2 pints because got something to snack on, right? So, alright, so I'm going to get these sliced up and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the first thing that the recipe wants us to do is to heat the olive oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. So I'm going to go ahead and take my olive oil, put it in the pan. And we're going to get that started. Medium-high heat. And the next thing we're going to do is season our chicken with a little salt and pepper. These are rather big chicken breasts. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. Oh, by the way, the recipe called for a pound. I've got about 1 pound and 5 ounces. So I'm just going to cut those in half. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can see me there. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them with the salt and the pepper. I'm going to get me a little tiny, let's see, a little tiny bowl to crumble the bacon into. I came across this recipe years ago in one of those, as usual, Facebook posts. And I thought, that looks really good. I'm going to try it. And I've enjoyed it ever since. Like I said, it's been probably 2 or 3 years since I've made this because I just haven't done so. And last time I made it was when I was living in Los Angeles. That was a fun experience. I moved there from Tucson, Arizona. Excuse me. Bless me. Moved to Los Angeles from Tucson, Arizona. I loved it. I loved seeing green again and colors. I loved the fact that the ocean was so nearby. Although I never got much chance to go to the ocean because you spend most of your time sitting in your car in traffic. So I lasted 6 months there before I figured out if I don't get out of here soon, I'm going to be one of the homeless people that I see on Hollywood Boulevard or wherever. It's just too expensive there. Way expensive. I was living with 3 roommates, and we had an apartment that was less than 800 square feet. They called it a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So it was basically a master bedroom with a bathroom, with a master bath. And then it was a room, and a broom closet basically was the size of the last bedroom. But there were 3 of us there. The rent was $1,900 a month without utilities, no gas, no electric, no water, no cable, no internet. So, yeah, it was just too expensive. So I got out of there and moved back to Tucson. And if I ever move back, it won't be to Los Angeles. Maybe somewhere else, a smaller city in California. So, alrighty, I'm going to get this chicken. Let me check on the oil here. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it in the pan. We're going to cook it until golden and cook through. They say 6 minutes per side. I prefer my meat done, so I will cook it until it is done. Again, invest in a handy-dandy food thermometer. I like to cook chicken until it's 165 in the center. So, all right, so I'm going to bring this over. Whoop, hold on. And give me just a moment. I'm going to wash my hands after handling that chicken. And like it said, we're going to fry it until it's golden brown. And we'll see how long that'll take. Alexa, set a chicken timer for 6 minutes.
Chicken timer, 6 minutes, starting now.
Let's time it. Let's see. Alrighty, guys, I'll be back when that's when the chicken's done. Okay, everybody, we're halfway done. I turned them after 6 minutes. They're a nice golden brown there. So we're going to give it another 6 minutes, and then we'll check the temperature. By the way, while that chicken was cooking, I'd looked up how to really pronounce the dish. And if I'm going to pronounce it the true Italian way, it's chicken caprese. Caprese. So I had it wrong. Chicken caprese, chicken caprese. It's chicken caprese. Alright, I'll be back. So here's the pan, and we've got a lot of goodies down in there. So what we're going to do is add the balsamic vinegar and scrape the bottom of the pan to loosen those up. Alrighty, so we're going to add the balsamic vinegar. If I can remember anything about this recipe, hold your nose for a while. Woo-hoo! That is strong, folks. That is very, very strong. All right, so we've got the balsamic vinegar. We're going to add our garlic. Give that around. Recipe would be down below as usual. There we go. Let's smell that garlic. All right. And now we're going to add the tomatoes. Whoop. Stir those around. Oh, we need to season those with a little salt. The salt will help them break down a bit. We're going to let these simmer, for about 5 to 7 minutes. And let them cook down a bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my fresh basil. It was just torn, not chopped or anything like that. So we're going to stir that into the tomatoes that have cooked down a bit and made this lovely, lovely sauce in the pan. Smell. You can smell that basil. So you can see here the lovely sauce and the tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken back in. Okay, we got the chicken in, and now we're just going to get something to scoop up the those tomatoes and put them over the chicken a little bit. Sorry, moving around so much. I wish the chicken breasts had been just a little wider. I guess I could have pounded them a little bit. Alright, so we got that done. Now we're going to put a slice of mozzarella cheese on each. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to cover it and cook it until that cheese melts. Okay, so the cheese is melted. I went ahead and put a few mushrooms in there and sprinkled some of the bacon. Not all of it. I still have about half of it left. So I sprinkled the bacon in there. So let's plate this and see what we've got. So I'm going to take it off of the burner. Okay, let's go ahead and take the lid off and see what we've got. Oh, it looks pretty good. And I'm going to get the spoon again and try to get some of these tomatoes back up on the chicken. Alrighty, let's dish this up a couple pieces. Look at that mozzarella. Woohoo! Alrighty guys, there it is, chicken caprese. And we're going to go and enjoy this. I've got some other vegetables to go with it. And we're going to have a good evening. I hope that you do too. Remember to get out and vote. All right, I'm going to go and enjoy this. I hope that you have a good evening. Don't forget to get out and vote. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I encourage you to try the recipe, see how you like it. And if you're on Facebook, please follow the page and give me a like on the videos as well. So I've currently got a goal I want to reach. On the YouTube side, I want to reach 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 view hours. That's the amount of time people spend watching the videos. So if you could help me with that, I greatly appreciate it. So, all right, you all have a good evening. Bon appetit, and remember that life is beautiful. And we'll see you a little later in the next video. Bye-bye.